Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Flint and I am the president of the Greater Des Moines Home Builders Association, and today I am joined by Lance Hansen, current president of the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors. We wanted to join you today and just have a conversation. Again, Lance, this is not business as usual. It's actually a time of stress and uncertainty.
It is.
But it is also a moment in time when the work we're doing is most critical.
It is. The things that we do overall, just it has to happen. People need a place to live.
That's true, and in fact, we talk about what are the basic things that we as human beings need, right? That's food, it's safety, it's our health, and it's shelter.
Sure.
So we actually provide a basic function for a number of people. And in fact, we just ran the stats since March 8th, there have been over 1,000 transactions, either pended or closed transactions between new construction and resale. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to continue. Life continues, whether or not you're, sheltering yourself at home, or if you're, in one of those services that's necessary and you need to go to work. And the idea that if you're going to work, that you're in extreme danger, I don't know that I feel that as much as like you just have to be more careful about how you do things and be conscious of everything that you do at work, and contact you have with other people, and sharing contact with any items. You just have to, like you said, it's not business as usual. It's business, but different.
That's right. We do recommend that you follow the governor's recommendations and mandates. Most recently, she did recommend that anyone who has traveled for spring break, either within the country, especially international travel, if you've traveled to any of the hot spots, that you do voluntarily stay home, quarantine for the recommended 14-day period.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those necessities, and we don't want to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution.
Exactly. One of the major things that has been a topic around the country is the shelter in place. As you know, our governor has not instituted a shelter in place, but we have seen that through our National Association of Home Builders, National Association of Realtors,
Right.
What is happening in those states. So we are working together to communicate with the governor our desire to have construction and real estate deemed a necessary and essential business.
Correct. Yeah. I'm seeing lots of signs that, in her busy life, which, man, what a time to be governor. I don't envy her position, but I've seen from her declarations and letters that she sent out and stuff that she certainly understands that is leaning that direction, that we have a good connection with her about how important it is to try to keep things moving, albeit probably a little bit slower.
Correct. What are some of the things that you've seen from in notaries, things of that nature, that she's changed?
Yeah, we were supposed to have video notary services available and approved as of June of 2020. And now she's accelerated that, so it's actually available now. We have to get to lenders and make sure they're accepting and working with that. But you can notarize things with just visual contact with a person. They can get things notarized for you. I don't know about video closings. There's a lot of paper passed back and forth. I know that virtually everybody I'm aware of has set up closings so that it's done properly. It's done with the correct distances. They are not passing papers back and forth. They each have their own stack, and the people turn their papers on their own versus passing them back and forth. So there's a lot of little things that are just going on to try to keep things going, but also have a awareness of just how important the safety protocols are.
Thank you, Lance. One of the things that we have seen on the construction side is a change in inspections. DSMHBA.com/COVID-19 is a resource for all of the cities in the area in terms of what they're providing, what the changes that they're making to their business. Right now, for example, the City of Des Moines. The City of Des Moines is allowing video for inspections in occupied homes. So you can still call your inspector and you can determine between the two of you what method you want to use, whether that's video, a Skype, or a FaceTime, and you can work through it that way. New construction is still, inspections are still being conducted at this time, which is very good. But again, check the HBA's website as a resource moving forward. One of the things that we are also working with is working with the cities just in case that we see something similar to Kansas City or St. Louis, where the city itself has done, the metro itself has done a shelter in place. We are working to make sure that we can still continue business and continue building shelters.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of behind the scenes with both the HBA and with the Iowa Association and the Des Moines Area Association. And we're working to try to just get an idea of what can be done, making sure that our people can continue to work, albeit safely.
Correct. So what kind of recommendations do you have for realtors out there during this time?
I think realtors, it's do as much video, visual, virtual that you can. That there's so much technology that's available. Even if when you list a property, you take your phone and hold it up and do a FaceTime video of the whole property. A lot of showings can be done that way versus running people through. You know, we normally put somebody in the car and run off and we take a look at 10 houses and see which one you like. And I think now what we do is we look visually at things and say, okay, maybe these two stick out, and then you get in separate vehicles and you drive to the property and you make sure that the sellers are aware and they're doing the right things, that you're aware of how to do things. Again, you know, doors open, cabinets open, drawers open, those things. And if the seller believes that that isn't the kind of look that they want to present, then wear gloves. Go into the house gloved so that anything you touch doesn't put anything you have on there, and you can then pop them off when you leave, and you don't have to worry about taking anything with you. So those are just basics that you can do for showings.
That's very good advice. From the HBA standpoint, one of the things that we're recommending is that you communicate with your staff over and over, and just really what are best practices, what's going to keep you safe, things of that nature. One of the things that we wanted to do also is say that if you have any questions that you would like either Lance or myself to answer, that you email us in, call the HBA, call DMR, or email or text your questions to either Lance or myself.
Absolutely.
We would be happy to answer those for you. We know this is an uncertain time, and we're trying to gather as much information as we can, and would like to communicate and make sure that all of you feel connected with us.
Yeah, and there's some things, there's a lot of questions, it's a very fast-moving thing, not only the virus, but just all of the responses to that and what's going on, and I applaud the people out there that are working, but a couple of things that I want to just bring up, and maybe this is the best time in the conversation, is that as builders and as realtors and brokers out there, we are leaders. We have to run our own business, do our own thing, that kind of thing. So I want to make sure that people understand that this is a time to lead, but not a time to lead from fear. That changes the way you approach every situation. It heightens the anxiety with you, which means anybody that works with you or for you. It does that. So lead from opportunity. Look at, like, what can we do? How would this work better? What's the best thing we can do? And then, you know, make a difference. But do it now. Don't plan on making a difference. Just go do it. you need to understand that there are people out there, maybe some builders, people small businesses, they're just not gonna make it. And that's a reality that we have to deal with, and let's try to have that not be you at this point. And then understand your main thing right now is take care of your people. And that's people that work with and for you, and it's also family. This is not the time to, hide. Get out there and do what you do, whether it's virtual or online. Just make a difference and do it now.
That's right. That's good advice, Lance. One last thing is that we do ask for any of our trade partners who are out there, any of you that have face masks or things of that nature. Our local health officials are looking for those, and we just applaud them for everything that they're doing on behalf of all of us. So thank you for that. And if you do have any of those resources, you can bring them here to the Johnston office and drop those off at the Home Builders Association.
Yes, we certainly need any of that. It's time to help.
That's right. Always look for the helpers. So with that, thank you everyone. Let us know your questions and we'll be happy to answer those in the future. Thank you.